You want some carnage candy? You got it. You want a halfway point of the season that flips everything on its head? You got it. You want one of the best episodes of the entire season? You got it. Do you want an episode that's even better than most of the best ones that we've looked at so far? You've got it. That's all I can really say to try to build this episode up, because it's freaking awesome. Like, in every single way, shape, and form, it is awesome. But it only has one problem. Just one. One that keeps it below episode 1 for my favorite of the season so far. And it's because of the beginning. The beginning of this episode is way too slow. That is literally the only problem that I have with this episode. The rest is pretty damn great, and we're going to talk about it as our titular Clash of the Titans that the arc promised is starting. So, yep, we are over halfway through the season now, so it feels like a good time to have a nice big Titan battle that can lead into the end game of the season. Let's talk about it. What's up, what's happening, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Research Station, which is for the animation, including TV and movies and anime, as well as obviously a bunch of other things. I am your host and local anime fan, Jackson Small. Welcome to Attack on August Chapter 2 once again. Season 2, Episode 7, Attack on Titan, aka Episode 32, Close Combat, where Eren and Reiner face off in their Titan forms. It's as badass as it sounds. We're just going to go straight into the summary, screw the overview. 3 years ago, Reiner and Bertolt wander through the forest outside of the 104th Cadet Corps training grounds, discussing their reasons for joining the military with Eren and Armin. Reiner states his need to return to his hometown, and Bertolt wants to join the military police to live safe in the interior. Eren says that he wishes to slaughter all the Titans beyond the wall. As coming to a cliffside, the moonlight shines through the clouds, illuminating a large lake in the valley below. Reiner is surprised that Eren's will was not broken by the attack of the Titans. Attack of the Titans. Making jokes. Reiner states his faith in Eren's ability to complete his training. Now at Wall Rose, Eren bitterly transforms into his Titan form, outraged at the traitors Reiner and Bertolt have revealed themselves to be. With a powerful but ineffective punch, Eren and the Armored Titan plummet to the ground below. And Eren puts that Armored Titan through the Wall of Rose. Well, not all the way through it, but he definitely, grinds his face against it. Like I said, you want courage candy in this episode, you got it. Where were we? Hanging from the wall, Mikasa scolds herself for being unable to decapitate Reiner and Bertolt when she had the chance, a chance which will likely not come again. Atop the wall, Hanji orders all scouts to jump from the wall as the Colossal Titan swings its arm forward. Historia cries out for Ymir, still unconscious in Bertholt's grip, and Kiji sees another scout has been caught. The Colossal Titan opens its massive mouth, throwing Ymir and the soldier inside before snapping its jaw closed. And we have no clue who this soldier is. My guess is just some random background extra. Had to get a kill in here somewhere. Section Commander Hanji orders an attack on the Colossal Titan, and all scouts spring into action. The Colossal Titan's punches are narrowly avoided by the scouts, maneuvering behind the monster with great agility. Hanji's soldiers soon acknowledge the Colossal Titan's incredibly slow movement speed, leaving it at a great disadvantage compared to their quick maneuvering. All soldiers line up for a strike at the Titan's nape, but at the last moment, Bertholdt unleashes a massive continuous burst of steam and scalding hot air, forcing the scouts to fall back. So yes, this Colossal can apparently exuberate steam and hot air. Random, but okay. I wonder if Eren will get a power like that. Hanji wonders if Bertholdt is attempting to disappear as he did at Shiganshina and Tross, but Armin notices something different about his strategy in this case. Rather than vanishing instantaneously, the Colossal Titan is now standing in place while emitting a continuous cloud of steam, preventing any soldiers from grappling to it with omnidirectional mobility gear, ODM. Hanji decides that for the time being the scouts will wait, then orders 3rd Squad and 4th Squad led by Rashad to take position behind the Colossal Titan, while Lada's 2nd Squad will stand in guard in front. Hanji decides that once Berthold inevitably leaves his Titan, they must kill him without hesitation, an order which does not sit well with Armin. In the meantime, Hanji leads 1st Squad to the base of Wall Rose to assist in Eren's fight with the Armored Titan. Staying with the 2nd Squad, Historia and Connie carry wounded scouts away from the battle while Nifa, however you pronounce that, I'm an uncultured idiot, I'm sorry, orders them to keep their distance. Historia is convinced that Ymir was not killed by the Colossal Titan and asks for the scouts to rescue her however they can. And spoiler warning, no, they did not kill Ymir. Again, second time they've tried to pull the she's now dead thing and it doesn't work. Connie grows worried for Reiner and Berthold's lack of equipment, unaware of their Titan identities, and concerned for their safety. I don't know how Connie didn't see that, but I guess it's because he had his back turned all the way over there. I don't know. Just seems convenient to me. At the base of the wall, Reiner delivers a devastating punch to Eren's Titan, sending him falling a great distance away. Recovering from the blow, Eren's mind stews with anger towards Reiner's false attitude toward his fellow cadets years ago, and Eren regrets wishing to be as strong as him. Mikasa strikes at the armored Titan's Nappa leaves no damage and breaks her swords. She recalls that in the first moments of Eren's fight, his Titan punches were also useless against Reiner because of his armor. Unlike the female Titan, Reiner's Titan is completely covered in impenetrable armor. Healing his wounds, Eren thinks back to the fall of Walmaria, a direct result of the unforgiving actions of Reiner and Berthold, which led to another Titan finding and killing Eren's mom. As Mikasa attempts to cut through Reiner's armor to no avail, Eren's Titan rises up with disgust and fury. Determined to exterminate this armored Titan, he lands a punch aimed at Reiner's face, but the blow is soon returned in even greater force, and Eren's Titan is once again knocked back. Like I said, this episode's beginning is really slow. That's literally its only problem. In a training exercise, Eren collapses on the ground from one of Annie's throws. Eren is upset with Annie's brutal force, but Annie insists that she is only returning to what strength is being used against her. She suggests that Eren is supposed to be gentle with someone so delicate, playing the sexism card. But Eren says that if strength alone decided their battle, he would not be the one on the ground. Annie explains that her maneuvers use the strength and size of the opponent to her advantage, skills which Eren could afford to learn. She demonstrates her throw against Eren, locking her arms under one of his own and around his head while tripping him from behind. Eren is unable to escape from her lock and yields, but Annie says that before he yields, he must learn to make use of his strength, and learn how to speak to girls. This may be a dark grizzly anime, but they still throw in some comedic relief. And most of the time when they do it, it's actually pretty funny. Eren insists that he will learn, but before their conversation can continue, Reiner suddenly falls on top of Eren. Mikasa approaches the group, telling Annie to teach her the maneuver she has taught Eren. Annie says that the throw is meant for humans, though she is curious how it will work on a beast. As the two prepare to spar, the other cadets gather to watch the long-awaited brawl. Eren wonders who will emerge the victor. Flash forward back to Wall Rose. Eren wonders why he would think back to that moment in this time, and wonders if his life is flashing before his eyes. It's a reasonable assumption. Armin calls out to Eren, saying that he will not win in any fist fight against Reiner's Titan and he should retreat. Eren's Titan lets out a roar, and the others worry that he has lost control. However, when the two Titans square off for a cross-counter, Eren dives beneath Reiner's arm and uses Annie's grapple against him, throwing the armored Titan to the ground and holding it in a lock. Eren thinks to himself that the traitor's greatest flaw was teaching him how to fight, and as Reiner attempts to gain the upper hand, Eren grabs his arm and locks his head between his legs, squeezing with enough force to finally crack Reiner's armor, showing that it's not invincible. He swings his legs around to lock around Reiner's arm and pin him to the ground, holding him down as he tears an arm off of the armored Titan. As Reiner recovers from his dismemberment, Armin suggests Eren should fall back and escapes before Reiner or Bertolt can capture him. Eren retreats to the wall with the scouts while Captain Hans and the garrison regroup with the others atop the wall, wondering why the Colossal Titan has suddenly appeared. Asking about the situation, Astoria points out Eren and the others at the base of the wall. Hanji approaches Eren's Titan, telling him to find a way to prevent Reiner from pursuing before they can make their escape, suggesting he should take out Reiner's legs by some means. Eren's Titan nods in response to her orders, because he is in control of this thing, causing Hanji to blush with awe. Hanji's just the best, she's funny. Armin gives Mikasa his remaining blades so that she can assist. Eren gains some hope in this situation, noting that Reiner and Bertolt are in fact the ones who are cornered. Suddenly, the Armor Titan sheds the hardened skin off the back of its legs, gaining enough mobility to charge Eren head-on. Eren is knocked over and nearly overpowered, but manages to throw Reiner aside. The others wonder how the Armor Titan is suddenly so fast, but Hanji states that armor of any kind must have exposed areas to allow for mobility. Because she is a very, very smart character. Recalling armor used in ancient wars, because this is a medieval fantasy anime, Hanji notes that the unarmored areas of the body are typically the armpit, groin, and behind the knees. Realizing he will be unable to stay on his feet when Reiner is more mobile, Eren allows himself to be charged and instead grips Reiner's head beneath his arm and locks his legs around Reiner's torso. With Eren holding Reiner in a lock, Mikasa maneuvers to their position and cuts at the flesh behind Reiner's left knee, crippling his mobility. Eren uses the advantage to squeeze Reiner's head with all his might, and the armor at his nape begins to shatter. Using what mobility he has left, Reiner drags himself forward with Eren for a short distance. The scouts cheer Eren on, believing Reiner's actions to be useless. However, Reiner stops moving after a moment before letting out a roar. Hanji orders for the others to be on the lookout for summoned titans, but the area appears to be completely clear. As the armored titan's nape plating shatters and sprays blood, Connie and the others atop the wall notice the Colossal Titan beginning to move. Suddenly, the rib cage holding the Colossal Titan to the wall breaks on one side, causing it to topple over right above Eren and Reiner. A scout cries out a warning to the others below, but they are unable to react in time as the Colossal Titan plummets to the ground below. In other words, sorry guys, no big giant ultimate battle for you. Bummer. Once again, shout out to David Matranga and Robert McCollum as Reiner and Bertolt. They just keep getting better with each episode. So, yep, that's the episode. Eren does not get to win another fight. Bummer. Because the Colossal Titan just had to be spoiler. Whatever. Still a pretty damn great episode and still a pretty damn awesome fight. So, without further ado, let's get straight into our final verdict and thoughts. While it starts a little slow, it's quite the glorious battle, as Eren overpowers Reiner with Annie's technique, breaks through his armor, tears off his arm, and almost rips off his head, until the Colossal decides to abruptly interfere at the end, falling off the wall as a nearly skinless skeleton with jaw agape. Again, carnage candy. A whole lot of it. This is an incredible episode that delivers on the titular clash that the arc promised, and I have a feeling it won't be the last as there's still 5 episodes left to go. This episode's badass, like, plain and simple. Like, it starts a little slow, which is why I can't call it a masterpiece like I did with episode 1, but damn it, it is still really, really damn good. And that is why its final verdict is a high and well-deserved. I believe the second highest of the season so far, if my math is correct. 9.5 out of 10. If it weren't for the slow start, this would be a 10. This episode really is that badass. You gotta check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Alright, and that is the final episode of Attack on Titan that I am reviewing for today, because I have some other stuff I gotta attend to. Stuff that pertains to new releases again. So, yeah, gotta take care of that. So, that's all for now, but thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more episodes, reviews like this almost every single day. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below on this season, on this episode, and on this battle. And I'll see you guys next time for Season 2, Episode 8, aka Episode 33, The Hunters.